Have you ever wondered how people make stripes in their yard? Well, in this video, we are about to find out how they do it. The first thing you need is a mower, obviously. I have a John Deere zero turn, and it's a Z245 is the size of it. I got I believe a 23 horsepower in there. Now most people know a roller has something to do with striping. Well, here's a roller I made by myself. It's homemade. I just took a PVC pipe and I drilled a hole, put a bolt through it, and put washers on each side of that chain just so it can pivot on there so it rolls like as if it had bearings. It's just a cheap little pipe that I made, and that does work. It flattens the grass, but there's more to a good stripe than just a roller. And I have some quick little hooks on there, which is a garage door bracket up there, bolted to the place where you would put a hitch on it. And I put little chains on there with hooks on it so I can remove it if I need to. Underneath here, I have a little brush. It's also on one of those braces, and that brush simply aligns the grass so when the roller hits it, that it just moves the grass in one direction so it's not all in a jumble under there. That way it's all brushed out and then rolled back down flat. That makes it a nice, see there, you can see it's turning on the chain. It just makes it a nice even pass. There's a couple things you need to do when you want to have a stripe, and one of them is you need to have some real good blades. You don't want it all chopped up. So let's try this outfit. I'm going to pull this pipe behind it. It's full of dirt. It weighs about 45 pounds or so. Ride with me as I take a couple rounds. So basically, as you can see, when I'm coming towards the camera here, the path is going to be dark. That means all the grass is kind of pointed towards you. If it's leaning away from you, it's going to be a light colored stripe. So now we have a dark one. On the way back, we'll have a light colored one. Now these stripes, all it is, you're bending the grass in a direction where the sun can hit it. It reflects it off differently. So as you can see, coming towards you, it's darker. That means the grass is pointed towards you because not as much sunlight is reflected off of it, so it looks darker. Now if the sun was on the other end of this yard, you actually wouldn't see a whole lot of stripes. It would still be there. You wouldn't see them very plain because the sunlight wouldn't be working in your favor. When you look at a stripe, you always want to make sure, when you stripe a yard, you want to make sure the stripes are towards the road or driveway or wherever the most best view is to your house. You want to make the stripes going towards that place. So if you're striping the front of your yard, make sure the stripes go out to the road. Now, some places there's a lot of factors that play into this. One of them is the type of grass you have. If you have real thick weeded grass with a lot of weeds in it, it's not going to stripe as nice. If you have some real fine bladed grass, that's going to stripe a lot better. However, if you cut a little bit taller, you even get more stripes and better stripes. So there's a lot of variables here that can make it, you can get better stripes or worse stripes. Yeah, I'm going to move the camera down here and kind of keep on mowing for try to finish this up. I'll take you along on a ride. As you can see, these stripes don't look quite as nice on the side hill. That's because the sun is not in my favor of the camera right now. I actually would have to move down this hill a little bit to get the stripes to look a little bit nicer. Now this grass is, when I'm mowing right now, it's a little wetter than I wish it was. It still had a little bit of dew on it. I don't like to cut when it's that wet, but you can cut wet if you have real sharp blades. You can cut when it's a little damp. You just get a little bit more clumping. It doesn't spread it out as nice. Now if you go up this hill, I'll show you the difference between the roller on or roller removed. Now the brush does pretty good in striping by itself, but it doesn't actually lay it flat. So the stripes that you see here, I did all these with the roller. Up here I did the first couple rounds I did without the roller. And right here I believe was my first, or the last round I took. Right there is the last round I took without the roller. From there on to the right is all done without the roller, just the brush. Now usually I would mow at an angle for the second time around, but the sun was not in my favor if I would have done that, so I decided to mow the same direction I did last mowing. So anyway folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments and I'd be happy to answer them for you. I will see you in the next one.